So I want to start going over some of the more unique formations in this game, particularly ones that are only in one playbook. And so I want to go over it, see if there's anything kind of, glitchy or really effective about it, and see if we can build some sort of a nanoscheme around it, and then, maybe take that to the field, see how it goes. The formation that I'm going to be starting off with here is in the Green Bay Packers playbook, and it's called Shotgun Open Flex Weak. So you might be familiar with Shotgun Open Flex. I see a lot of you are running this funny halfback toss play, which is really effective. This formation is in, obviously, this playbook. It's in the Jags playbook. I think a couple other ones. But the version of it with the halfback on the weak side is only in Green Bay Packers. So what's kind of interesting is there's a few plays here that, people might not be used to seeing because, again, there's only one of them in the entire game. So what I like about it is, it has a lot of these kind of generic plays like curls, PA zone, inside zone, stuff like that. But it has some really good plays that we're going to base off of. So the best passing play is this smash halfback angle, and we'll get into why that's so tough in a second here. Actually, it's really tough. So I think there isn't a way to defend it without totally ruining the integrity of your defense. So we'll get into that. This halfback draw is a really, really, really good draw. This power O is a really good power out of shotgun. And I like this screen to throw into. So that's kind of fine. I'll show you the best way to run that. Other than that, like the curls isn't great, but it has that table route. And then from there, you can base some of those concepts that I showed you, say, in how to beat cover 3, 4, and 2 with just hot routes. PA zone is nice just because it's a nice play action in the red zone, I think, where you can hopefully suck down that user defender and then throw a high point pass to the deep crosser over top. So that's always available for you. But yeah, your bread and butter is going to be based off this smash halfback angle. And yeah, we'll show you against really everything here. But the main the really devastating thing about it is this C route here on the left side. So I don't know if it's a well-kept secret or if I'm just under a rock, but this kind of shorter C route can't be covered by anything, really. So any sort of cloud flat, any sort of other flat zone, hard flat, curl flat, any deep thirds, force, man coverage, nothing can cover this. So, and especially if you have somebody decent at speed and route running, it's just game over right there. So really the only way, I don't even know what the most effective way to stop it is, because you'll probably have to go, again, ruin the integrity of your defense and bring somebody else over there, try to get another man to make things difficult, or just kind of maneuver that cornerback around. I don't know, but that's going to cause a huge headache for your opponent. And then from there, you should open up a lot more things like the running game and passing game to the right side in the middle of the field. So how it'll look like, something like this. So that's against cover 2. And then, if you're good, you can turn that upfield and get another 20 yards. So you see how effective that was? That was Tampa 2 cloud flat with the best Casey Hayward card in Madden. So he has over 91 zone. He has pretty decent speed. All the great stats you need, right? So let's show that again. So look how open he gets. And then if that's not Sean Taylor there, if that's somebody a bit slower, you could probably get even more yards turning upfield. So we'll show that against, say, press coverage. So press coverage won't do it. So that time, I didn't throw it at the best possible time there, but we still managed to get it in. It was just a little risky. When you really want to throw it is right before he makes that break. You can throw it right after, but you won't get as much separation. Okay, let's try it against, baseline. Get open again. Let's show it against baseline press. Now, at this point, at baseline press, you'd probably just fade this guy and score that way, but you can still use this. How effective is that? So that's going to be a huge headache. Like I can't imagine how annoying that's going to be. Actually, like was there any testing involved in this route? Like there's nothing you can do here. And I'll show you again, or not again, I'll show you for the first time against cloud flats from the slot. So if we come in 4-6, cover 3, we come back in this play. So let's just show against curl flats. Get open. So let's show against cloud flats. You're gonna get open. So anything you're gonna do, you're gonna get open. Let's try against. Let's just do man coverage. Let's see how man coverage works. Let's go back and 4-3, and we'll go cover 1 Robert press. Probably the best man coverage that you can run. Oh yeah, there you go. So that's how you do it. But do you want to be running cover 1 press all game? I don't think so. So that's going to open up a lot of other things. Actually, it's interesting how it totally took away his route. Huh? Yeah. You're exposed to that if you do cover 1 press. At least that. So, yeah, that's a devastating route. So that's really going to be the basis for your whole Nanoscheme here. I don't think you really need to go into too many of these other formations. You could kind of switch to this one sometimes if you want to hit the isolated wide receiver on the cover 2 match. You can run this toss here. But anyway, we're not worried about that one. So then if we go back to this play here, if I'm going to find the right formation, let's see what else is open for us. So cover 2. So let's say they start moving this guy over here. You know, he probably won't do anything, but, you know, maybe they'll do something. But that's just going to open up the running game more. It's also going to open up other passes. So you can do things like, you know, you can clear out any user defenders with this streak. And then you got this halfback here. Or, you know, after a while they start keying on the halfback down here. But then you got Kelsey over top. Or you can have another high-low read with this post. So the post, yeah, you can kind of just pick your read from there. So you have a lot of options. I'd say everything on this side, all of these receivers aren't the most amazing routes, like compared to the C route here, but you have a lot of options. So you can either have a corner from this guy or you motion him over, and now you got a post. This halfback angle is really tough. And then you have this Kelsey here. So you can put him in any halfback routes. So in this case, he's technically a halfback, I guess, or a fullback. So you can put him on wheel routes. You can put him on a check and release. You can put him on swing routes. You can put him on swing routes either way. And yeah, you have a lot of options with him. And I also like that he's really, I think, going to be valuable for you in picking up the blitz. Okay, so he's going to have great blocking. You want someone with high run block, high impact block. And you can motion him from side to side. So if somebody's bringing those kind of that heat through the middle, like any crossfire blitzes or anything like that, you can be flexible with where you put this guy. You can put him here if the pressure is coming through this B gap, or over here if the pressure is coming through this B gap, and so on. So I think that's a really nice bit of flexibility there. And of course, you can also do things like that. Depending on where the user is, you can adjust this guy and try to clear that user out so that you'll have the angle right underneath him. So I like that a lot. So that C route is totally devastating. That's going to cause so many issues. And then from there, you just have a lot of options. Right? Okay. So once you start dominating with that one, you have some other really nice options. So you have this halfback draw, which I really like. So let's cover 2. So what I like about it is, first of all, draws are great. Because in this game, the entire defense, no matter any sort of play recognition or any sort of awareness, they're just going to start backpedaling, getting ready for defending the pass. So that's a huge advantage there. Secondly is usually the only defender that's going to react to the draw is the user. And say if he's in the middle here, you have a lead blocker now. So, you know, how many shotgun formations have a lead blocker for draw plays? You know, not many. So he's going to go and target that middle linebacker most of the time. Okay, I'm not going to be naive here. Sometimes he's going to mess up his targeting and go to the outside linebacker or something like that. But most of the time, he's going to target him. And then you'll be free to run wherever you want, really. So what I'd recommend is just being really, really, really patient until you get past the line of scrimmage, just because it's easy to get hung up on those blockers, and the reach tackles are also a serious thing. So just be patient, find your hole, get past it. Now, if your lead blocker is if your user is out this outside linebacker here, well, you can just motion over your lead blocker, and you got even more room. How nice is that? So that's 2 devastating plays already. I think you can be really successful with just those 2 plays. And the other play I like here is this power O, because again, you have that lead blocker, and secondly, it's actually a really quick handoff. So if we show it here against cover 2 press, you see that? You see how far that lead blocker got out there? And then you can kind of just swerve your way in and around defenders. Yeah, I mean, sometimes he's just going to totally bug out. But it's nice to have him there and then not have him there. And see how quick of a handoff that is? Okay, so I like that a lot. Let's quickly show it against cover 3. Oh, it's not the cover 3 I really wanted. So it's really the same thing. So yeah, so you have options with running to the center, cutting it back kind of towards the left a bit, and then you also have this quick hitting run to the outside on the right. And all of them have great blocking from lead blockers. So this is something you're going to want to do. You put somebody here with pretty high impact blocking, so you don't get those kind of bounce off animations. And then obviously you want good run blockers here. But let's just quickly show it against the cover 3 with a single high. Because this one, you're going to want to run it just a bit differently. You're not going to want to take it off tackle most of the time. Most of the time, you're going to want to just split it right there between the guard and the tackle, or between your linebacker and the tackle. So let me just get off this guy. By the way, so imagine this guy is the user. He's going to be targeted by your lead blocker, and that's going to be really annoying for him. Okay, you're going to go score a lot of touchdowns. So you have a C route, which is really, I don't know how you stop it other than that cover 1 press, which is not great to be an entire game. You have a really good draw. You have a really good power O. That you also have that nice halfback angle, that corner route that can be useful. And now, just kind of as a little cherry on top, I guess, is this screen that you're going to start to mix in mostly when people start blitzing. So let's go with this. And I think the best way to run it is to the boundary. I think a lot of people, if you're running a screen, you think, okay, I want to get it in space. But if you run it this way, I think it's tougher because the ball's traveling for longer. Okay, so you lose a bit of time there, and then also it takes a while for your blockers to get out there. But I think this way, your blockers, by the time you throw the ball, the blockers are there and ready to turn up field. Okay, and then also it's quick from the quarterback to the receiver. So just like that. And then at that point, you're just hoping you don't get block sheds. Yeah, the play action is really good because after you start running in a lot of these power O and this halfback draw, the user's going to key on that, and then you'll have a lot more room over here to run. Okay, so obviously not the best, but it's really nice to mix in just to keep your opponent on his toes. But a lot of times you can break it big. So that's that. Oh, I forgot to mention just one last thing. If you haven't noticed, that draw, run it one last quick time. What's great about it is you don't have any goofy jumping animations, and it's really quick. So that's really the third thing I like about it. See how quick that is? So it gets the benefits of the draw in terms of bad run play, but none of the downsides in terms of how long it takes to hand it off. Okay? Just the only one bad thing is it's easy to get caught up on the line. So you just have to be really patient and find your holes. Okay, so that's it, guys. I'm going to try this Nanoscheme out. I'm going to see how effective it is. I really like it. I think it's really simple, and I think it's going to be really, really effective. So if you enjoyed watching this, leave a like. If you want to see more of these Nanoschemes, definitely subscribe. I'm going to be doing a few more of these. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and we'll see you in those.